Hello, my name is Aiden Morales, and my topic for my research project will be Fullmetal Alchemist and its global influence. The reason I chose to analyze the animation specifically is because I grew up watching it, and the show inspired me to further explore and discover a world of animation. Through the exposure, I was able to diverse myself with other cultures. So, does Full Metal Alchemist integrate foreign elements intentionally to unify East and Western communities? Now, I will demonstrate what method I use to answer my research question. First, I will discuss background information on Full Metal Alchemist. Then, I will discuss Eastern and Western imagery. Next, I will talk about globalism in animation, then apply film analysis, and finally end in my significance. So, what is Full Metal Alchemist? Full Metal Alchemist is a Japanese animation that aired on Adult Swim in America in the year 2009. The show has a total of 51 episodes. The main protagonist revolves around the male character named Edward Elric. Edward tries to use human transmutation alchemy to resurrect his mother and consequently loses his arm and leg. Edward uses automel prosthetics and hence is nicknamed Full Metal Alchemist. He is now in search of the Philosopher's Stone that will restore his missing limbs and help find his brother's body. So now that we know what Full Metal Alchemist is about, let's explore imagery. I have chosen to explore imagery specifically during the post-World War II period. The Japanese and American imagery perspectives were very different. Initially, the Japanese primitivists believed that through art, they were uncovering a pure, acultural source of human expression. Through this, a new form of art was created called Minge. Minge can appear in many art forms, and it also refers to folk art, aesthetics, or art of the people. Contrarily, the American perspective had found ways to express the terrors they had felt as they had watched societies and people fall apart through the Great Depression throughout World War II. This is important because it gives us an idea of how both societies reflect upon the humanities. Now, let's discuss animation and globalism. The three main levels of globalization are local, national, and finally we have transitional. The term global, according to McKivitt in the article titled You Are Not Alone, Anime and the Globalization of America, refers to the widespread material and ideological conditions resulting from the process of contemporary globalization. So, overall, anime provides the opportunity to engage in a global community that embraces cultural exchange. Now, let's analyze Full Metal Alchemist through film analysis to explore certain criteria. I will analyze the background music and I will also explore the anatomical features because both are important factors in considering other cultures. Anatomical features. So here is a picture of Edward Elric, and I will be focusing on him because he is the most important protagonist. As you can see, Edward has blonde hair, colored eyes, and he is fairly skinned. Considering that Full Metal Alchemist takes the setting that is supposed to resemble England during the Industrial Revolution, and this is an era where technology was becoming advanced. So, as you can see, there's other cultural influences, specifically European. This exposes other cultures to demonstrate and diverse themselves. So next, we'll be looking at a clip of some of the background music in Fullmetal Alchemist. So background music can influence two different cultures, and through language, adaptation, imagery can be used to empower emotion. Among the most influential shows on television in America, Fullmetal Alchemist is one of 58 anime shows that is considered heavily Americanized. Now I have a clip sample of a song titled Brothers, and this is one of the songs that comes out of Fullmetal Alchemist. Now the original show is Japanese, however this soundtrack specifically has German dialogue, which I thought was very interesting. And when the show was aired in 2009 in America through Adult Swim, the song was also released, but it had its own English cover. So here I will play both samples of each song. So as you heard, the dialogue is in French, not French, German, and the melody in the background is very consistent. So now let's hear the English version. As you heard, both songs are exactly the same, and the only thing that changes is the dialogue. So one is in German, and then when it aired, they aired the same song, but it was in English. And both soundtracks in the background stay the same, and they're both kind of sad. So this song plays throughout very emotional moments in the animation. So lastly, let's take a look at the economy. So in the show, human life is considered an equivalency to currency. So economics maintains a society, and in Full Metal Alchemist, human lives become a currency which reflects an economic crisis within the society. In this show, the Philosopher's Stone can exist by sacrificing human lives. The protagonist named Father creates havoc and bloodshed, and all to achieve immortality. According to Whitcoer, the Philosopher's Stone escapes equivalent exchange for creating profit. Therefore, creates a mishap. The fundamental problem of the Philosopher's Stone is that it relies in sacrificing human lives, which in exchange profit improves the standard of living. So, when Eastern and Western viewers see this, it kind of reflects a economic crisis, or they can deal with it. So they might be able to relate to this show in terms of economy. And lastly, in conclusion, overall, when examining Full Metal Alchemist, the significance in diversity, music, and economy are partial factors that contribute in exposing cultural content. Japanese animation integrates non Japanese traditional characteristics to expand global views. Both American and Japan benefit from both learning new cultural content, which create new communities in society. These subcultural societies are communities that create and embrace a world of diverse culture. Through the integration of diversity, perhaps society can learn to change. Maybe then all cultures will begin to understand and unify with one another. And here's my works cited. And thank you for listening.